Hey nerds, Sage is here. So I've been trying to do some training tower while I've been looking over comments because I haven't had much time to look over comments lately. I've been working with real life stuff and editing things. I didn't even get to edit too much because just everything's kind of a mess right now. But still, I looked over comments and I was looking over a lot of the skill inheritance things, and I realized some people were not too happy about skill inheritance, and they thought that honestly it ruined the game for them. And I kind of get that, and I kind of understand it, but I guess I will take the time to discuss this and open up a dialogue to those who are watching and get your opinion on things. And I know people are probably like, hey, what would be good with this character? But understand, I'm still trying to compile a lot of this, the ideas and the data and things like that. And really, like, if you ask me about Rebecca, I'm just gonna be like, I don't know. But anyways, people have been asking me. Actually, one person asked me on, I believe, the first Inheritance video where I talked about the update and showed off all the how skill inheritance worked. Someone was like, what do you think about this? I think it ruins the game. And I was taken aback by that a bit. I was like, ruins the game? Wait a second. But I know people are probably looking at this whole, team thing here and just going, yeah, I can see where he might be going with that. He has so many characters, but understand a lot of these were paid for by fans, and I'm eternally grateful to them because they are amazing, and I really thank you. Without you, I couldn't really look over all these characters, give you a great idea on how to get skills, or give you reviews and things like that, or guides. So it's really thanks to you guys that, any of this has actually happened. And I just wanted to say thank you again. But I do understand where a lot of people are coming from when it comes down to getting units, because right now, with a lot of gacha games, and, Fire Emblem is definitely one of them. Because, we're focused around summoning. And summoning is, a big deal. You can get a 5-star, you can get a 3-star. It's just based on your luck. And now we've introduced a system where you can make characters great, but there's already characters like Takumi and Hector who are top brass. And now, thanks to this, they are getting things like Vantage or, good lord, Renewal. I don't know what else you want to put there. But, they have massive abilities, and they can now, you can build around that as well, but they can also build against you. So it's a weird system, and people honestly think that, people who have more money, expendable income, are going to have a lot more, advantage over that. And I can see that. Yeah, they do. They do have that. But here's the thing. People forget when it comes down to this that Fire Emblem has a lot of characters, and a lot of those people, more than ever, at least, have a favorite character. And I'm trying to think of how to explain this in the simplest terms, but basically, if you have a favorite character, it's now less about their skill set, where before, when it came to a unit, just to give you an idea, like, Rebecca here, she is a very weird unit in her own right. She has Ardent Sacrifice and a Silver Bow, and a bunch of weird, strange abilities, that would really help her out. Speed, of course, and, Seal Attack. But, she could stand to have a little bit more, or perhaps people really like Rebecca and they want her to be the strongest unit they can possibly make. It's now less about these here. It's now less about the abilities. As long as you can get the SP and you have the units that you want to attach abilities from to her, she can definitely be a powerhouse in her own right. But, it's based around stats now. It's not based around their skill set alone as well. Just before we had characters like Seliph, who, right over here, he has great abilities. His attack is amazing. He has great HP. And, if he had, better skills, which now you can attach to him, he'll I can't talk, I'm sorry. He'll be pretty good in his own right. He'll be able to really excel in a lot of things if you give him some abilities. Granted, you're going to need a hell of a lot of SP, but still, you can make the character you want if you have the time and effort to grind it out. And even as someone who pays money and, has, something like, someone like Takumi or things like that, you still have to grind up SP. And SP right now is not a simple task, nor is it something that, once you're done leveling, you might have several SP. You might have a stockpile of SP that you can put into some abilities, but even then, with characters like Effie here, who I took up from 4 stars, she still has problems with SP because, well, the abilities I want to give her are going to be quite substantial, and it's going to take a lot to get her somewhere where I think she would be useful in that regard, at least. Like, I want to give her, a Brave Lance Plus, but that requires getting like someone like Cordelia up to 5 stars and then transferring it over. It's not a simple task, and it's not going to be something simple for even people who buy a lot of orbs and summon a lot, if you get my meaning. I don't think it's really hurt the game, but I do see what people are trying to say when it comes down to that, because now it feels like I haven't really tried Arena since Inheriting Skills has come out. I've been leveling up my characters because, let's be honest, I've been slacking a lot when it came down to these. I recently decided to take up Ryoma just to see what it was like. And, I don't know if there's anyone who has Inheriting Skills. If anyone wants to tell me horror stories from your arena fights, feel free to tell me. But people think, oh no, you can change, you can give other characters distant counter or other characters, close counter. But you have to realize that's still sacrificing those characters that have them. That's still taking a lot of effort to do that. Someone might have 4 or 5 Takumis, sure, but they're going to be someone who's either A, had a lot of luck, or B, spent a ton of money. And, well, that's going to be a lot of effort still nonetheless. And the chances of you running into anyone like that is very slim. I like to think. I have run into that once rare all Takumi team, but, it's not something that I think people are going to run into on a daily occasion that will ruin your event enough, ruin your day enough to, sadden you a bit more than it should. And, I think, in a way, Inheriting Skills has made characters that were once weak better. As I said, it's now your initiative to take characters you love and make them the best that they can be. Take Vantage, slap it onto a character you really liked, but he had something stupid like HP plus Donald, and then make something great out of that character. Because right now, it's all about stats. It's not about skill sets anymore. It has become a new game in a sense to try and create characters that you can just be like, hey, this is the character I want to try out. Let's see if we can't make them into something great. I could be wrong. Someone's probably going to be like in the comments going, you're being stupid. But, and I might be. Who knows? I might be being stupid. Who knows? God, did I really already kill 10 foes? Oh well. I'm trying to think of what else I can say here about this subject, but I feel that Inheriting Skills has been balanced in some ways, and it definitely opens up the doors for a lot of characters. Those who are worried about change, don't be too much, because honestly, by the end of it all, any unit can be just as good. Any team you make in Fire Emblem Heroes can work, as long as you take the effort and put it into it. Even now, I'm trying to make Effie better. I'm trying to make Erika better. Ryoma, Julia. I'm working on what I want them to be, and that's not going to be an easy fix. It's not going to be something that I can just, drop $50 on and be like, okay, Julia, you now have this ability. Go get them. She still has to work for it. I still have to do SP grinding and a lot of other things to actually make an optimal unit. And even then, chances are you might not run into it, especially when arena changes roll around, because right now, I don't think we have it where coming in April, I believe, maybe into March. I don't know, but from my understanding, in April we're going to get a change to the arena system, meaning that the units will be more based around what you have, and less about higher level or just random leveled units that you end up against. you might end up against a bunch of Takumis who have Vantage, but you also might have units that all have Vantage, and therefore you kind of have an even playing ground in some ways. So, that's just what I think. Things will balance out, things will get better, and, we have all sorts of free units coming, like, Mikolas here. Mikolas, why do I always say it so weird? But Mikolas, he's going to be a free unit. Maybe you'll be able to transfer abilities there, or maybe you'll be able to make him into a fantastic unit as well. It's all about what you want to do, how you're going to grind it, and if you want to get it down to the, brass tacks and just put effort into it. That's what I think when it comes down to this. I could be wrong. I don't think inheriting skills is the end of Fire Emblem Heroes because, well, you can make what you want. Put what you want, put effort into it, and you can make any unit shine beyond what it is right now. Understood. Hi, Reinhard. How'd you doing? Okay, cool. Thanks. Thanks for the feathers, bud. Now, I need to figure out how I'm going to get Cordelia and then get a bunch of, great badges, because otherwise I'm going to lose my mind because I can't get any of them at all. It's probably because it's the weekend and I just don't, I need to get things done, I guess, but Still, I'm going to go work on grinding some more, guys. I want to hear what you think about this because it's honestly a bit surprising to me when it comes down to skill inheritance. I do understand the pay-to-play thing, trust me, but, that's just kind of the faults of mobile gaming at this point. Don't let it ruin your fun. Try and, have some fun with it and interact with me. That's all I can say. Tell me what you think, what hopes you want. I know someone still wants Ike out there in the world, probably. But, hey, we'll see. For now, though, guys, I'm going to go work on getting Effie up there because I want some... Gotta get those Adric things. See you soon. Love you guys.